Okay guys, so we're gonna ombre this hair. First, here's the things that we'll need: mixing bowl, a little spatula, silicone mix, your quick blue, and your 40 volume developer. Also, here's my bundles: 24, 22, 20, and 18-inch closure from West Kiss Amazon. So we're gonna take our powder, we're gonna put 3 heaping scoops, heaping meaning a lot, because we have all this hair and this frontal to ombre. Now you're going to just, I don't like to add a lot at first, so I like to build it up. I put a little bit of developer, then I'll mix it up with my whisk, then I'll put a little more, and then I'll mix it up a little more with my whisk until I get it nice and smooth and creamy. That's when you know you've gotten the right consistency, and then you can get started. So you just mix until all the lumps and everything are out. You don't want to be clumped up because you're gonna have little dry bits inside of there. That's not what you want, which is why I'm using the whisk. It gets everything smooth. So now we're gonna apply it to the hair. So since we're gonna ombre first, I want the ends to be the lightest, so I'm going to start with the ends. First, we're going to saturate the ends of this hair with this mixture that we just made. So you'll start as high up as you'd like. You do it to your liking. This is how I wanted it. I wanted the majority of the hair to still be a 1B because it is winter. I didn't want to have the whole thing be blonde, so I wanted mainly the tips to be the lightest part of the hair. So you're just gonna take it, you're gonna saturate the hair with it, and then you're gonna ombre. You see how I took the brush and I turned it sideways? That is so that you can get a gradient effect, because you're gonna do this again. So then you flip the hair over. Now you're gonna comb the bleach through it. You want to make sure that the bleach is well through all of the hair. You don't want it to be that once you rinse the bleach out, then you have these black patches in the middle that you missed because you didn't make sure that the mixture was all the way through. So be very thorough in making sure that all of the strands are touched by the bleach. And as you can see on the top, I'm creating like an ombre effect with the bleach so that when we do it again, it melts into each other and there's no harsh lines.
Silky beat.
So now we're just going to do this with the rest of the hair. Same exact thing. We're going to slather it on with the brush. We're going to comb it through with the comb. And we're going to ombre it up and give a gradient effect on the top. So here's what we got. So So now I've lifted the bottom part as high as I would like it. So we're not gonna rinse the bleach off yet, because now we're gonna put it up a little bit higher, because now we want the top of it to also, we want it to lighten, but we're not going to make it blonde like the ends. Right, so we're gonna do the same thing we did at the bottom. Now we're just gonna bring the bleach all the way down. That way the bottom gets a little bit lighter as well, and the top turns like a nice brownish color, so that it is a gradient effect all the way through. And now we're just gonna leave that on. We're not even gonna leave it on. Like, you see the first bundle is gone is because I already rinsed it. You can see the hair lifting as you're doing this, what I'm doing right here. So you're gonna let it lift as high as you like it. As soon as you see it get to the color that you want, rinse it out straight away. Because like I said, I didn't want the whole thing blonde. I wanted it to be from 1B to like a lightish brown into the blonde. So that's what we're trying to create here. And with that 40 developer and that quick blue, it really lifts really quickly. So you don't want to ruin your hair. You don't want it to get dry and crunchy and awful. So you're not going to leave this bleach on very long at all. You're going to stay watching it to see the color, so that you can rinse it off as soon as you get the desired effect. All right, so you're gonna do that all the way through. As you can see, I've already rinsed the hair out. As you can see, I got a nice ombre effect. So it's going from 1B to brown to like a light brown to like a honey blonde on the tips. Now you just make sure that you rinse the hair very thoroughly, because if you leave any of the bleach in there, it's going to ruin it. So now we're going to tone the hair. I'm going to wash it with the Shimmer Lights purple shampoo, which is going to turn it and take any brassiness out of the hair. So as you can see, when I'm washing it and whatnot, I'm never like tangling the hair. Like, you're just pulling these products through the hair. You don't want to tangle it, because then what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a whole lot of shedding and whatnot. Right now I'm just taking off the little gold strips or whatever, just so I can get that silicone mix in there a little better. But like I said, yes, anything that you're putting through the hair, even when you're washing, if it's shampoo, if it's conditioner, anything, you want to pull it through the way that the hair grows. Like, you're not gonna wash the bundles like you would wash the hair on your head. It's not the same. So as you can see, I'm just pulling it through the hair, making sure all the strands are saturated with the silicone mix. This brings the hair back because you already know the bleach is going to strip the hair of all its moisture and everything. So this is going to replenish the hair and put back the moisture that it needs in order to be nice and silky and wonderful. And you can see how I'm doing it. I'm literally just pulling it through the hair, being very gentle with it. Everything is nice and straight. There's when you lay it down in one direction. You don't want your hair to shed because you're treating it badly. Be very good and gentle with your hair, especially the closure or the frontal, because you don't want it to shed. That's the last thing you want, is bald spots in your frontal or your closure. So I'm just going to keep working it through the hair, working it in the hair, and working it in the hair. So now that we've saturated it with the silicone mix, we're going to put it in a bag for 20 minutes, rinse it, and hang it up to dry. And that's it for this one, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.